Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you an update what's going on at the garage. So, 1971 Chevy ElCamino, gonna bring you under the car today. This is the big block, the race car. Anyhow, wanted to bring you under and show you everything. Now, if you remember, we did all the ball joints, new lower control arms, new bushings, new tie rods, sleeves and ends, all new center link, new idler arm right here, new bolts for that. We also put a new pitman arm in because remember, the old pitman arm was welded right here and it was welded at the wrong angle, so it made the center link rub right along there. And it left a groove and everything. You can see where all the paint is taken off. We also put new sway bar bushings in there, new sway bar links, new front springs, new shock absorbers. Everything for the front end is basically brand new. It's got this humongous big block motor in it. It's just, what a great motor. It sounds so good, and I had you guys listening to it the other day. I wish he would let me fine tune it, but he wants to bring it home and fine tune it himself. He likes doing that kind of work. I have no problem with that. I really enjoy that these guys can do their own work like that. But it is something I really enjoy doing. So he'll get that done. And then we have all the ground cables here. So it goes from the battery up there, comes down right along here, hooks into the motor to ground the motor, and then from the motor it hooks into the chassis to ground the chassis. And then we also have a body ground going from the body to the chassis. So this way the whole car is grounded. Everything will work. You can see the positive wire right there. It comes down from the battery, it's clamped down over there along with the negative wire, goes all the way across, runs underneath the motor through the motor mount over there, or around the motor mount over there, and then out to the starter. And again, it's clamped down, so this way it can't go anywhere, can't get hit by anything that's hot, and can't rub on anything, so it wears it out and causes a big problem. You can see how nice everything looks. Look at that. Look at how nice it goes all the way right to the starter. Then we have the starter wires right here that go in, up and out, and they go all the way around to the box, and then from the box to the starter button. Everything is really looking good. I made a nice vacuum modulator line for them, got that all set up. We did the exhaust system on this car. This was already here. I just cleaned it up and got it to fit right. Then I put a little extension on there so this way the muffler sits where it's supposed to and not sitting against the frame, because you can see the muffler was all the way back here. So I pulled the muffler out, put this small extension on it to put the muffler where it needs to be, right over here. It's under the seat, so you're not burning your feet up here. Same thing with this pipe. It had a bend in it over here, so we took that bend and bent it backwards to bring it so it's nice and straight and level. Then we made a nice pair of pipes that just come across, go out, and they go out past the tires, as I showed you in other videos, and then did a nice baloney cut on it, and everything is good. We set everything into the frame right there, and then that's our hangers for our pipes. And they're nice and tight. Everything is good back there. We ran new fuel line from there all the way up over and out to the fuel pump. And there's the fuel pump right there. There's the fuel line. The fuel tank, we took it down, cleaned it out, got it all nice, so it's nice and clean in there. He didn't want to change it out and have to cut holes in the floor and all that, so we just left it and put it back together. Next time it comes in, we're going to do something about the rear end, and we're probably going to do something with the transmission. Put nice overdrive system in it somewhere. We also did, remember, we replaced all of these floors. If you remember, especially this floor pan right here, it was just a big hole. There was no floor pan left over here. That was nothing but a hole. Same thing with this floor pan. It was a big ass hole right there. So we got that all set up. We have everything nicely secured so it doesn't come down and hit the exhaust pipe. So this is your shifter cable, this is your speedo cable, and they're all nicely secured. Keeps it away from the exhaust system, because he always had melted the speedo cable and the shifter cable because people didn't know how to set it up for him. So we got that nicely set up. Everything on this car is just so sweet. We also did all of the cooling lines for the transmission. Now, nice they run. They run all the way out, right alongside the motor there, come out, come to here, and then go up and to the transmission cooler. Again, nicely secured so they can't go anywhere. It's just, you just have to take the time to do it right. We gave him new power steering hoses, cleaned out the box, cleaned out the pump, and then refilled everything. That's working real nice. We fixed the water pump because it was leaking right out the back cover over there. So we took it all apart, sealed that back cover, and put it all back together. Really nice. We put his fuel regulator right there. Just made a standoff with a couple of nuts, drilled them out so this way there's no threads in them. They're just now spacers. Stood it off the motor to keep the heat off of it and set it up right over there. Very easy to get to, very nice, in a good spot for it. Made all new, again, all new fuel line going to it, all new fuel line going up. We put the fuel filter, you can see it right over there. He didn't want it out in the open, he wanted it, so, you know, he just has to kind of look, but he can still see it. Upper control arms, new ball joints, new bushings, all brand new on that. And yeah, it's just, wow, what a cool car. And oh, don't forget, we also put in the drive shaft loop to keep the drive shaft from going up and taking his legs out and all that. So really, the car came out beautiful. Next time she's in, we're going to do something, like I said, with the rear, and we're going to do something with the transmission, do some kind of overdrive system. We took his old rotors, we cut them so they have a new surface because they were really, really bad with rust and they were really warped. That would probably be the last cut for those rotors. We probably won't be able to cut them again because they're really thin as it is now. But it'll still stop him. He'll be fine for a while. We put new ARP motor mount pins in because whoever built this, put this motor in for him, they just put crappy bolts in there that barely reached all the way through. There was like 2 or 3 threads on the bolt to the nut. So yeah, put the right stuff in there. Just, you know, you got to make these things safe. These cars were unsafe when they came out of the factory. They didn't get any safer to today. So make it as safe as possible. We put new hoses in for him, so this way he's all set with that. It'll be really nice. I mean, there was so much work we did. All the wiring. This is the wiring for the fuel pump. This is the brake line, and we put new clamps to hold it all in where it's supposed to be, so this way it's nice. So everything is secured the way it should be. It's really, this car came out really great, and like I said, the owner is just super happy with everything. We got all the lights working on the exterior, we got everything on the interior that he needs working. Some of the dash doesn't work, but he wasn't really interested in getting it to work. So, yeah, really cool car. I can't wait till he gets it tuned and comes back and we can do some videos with it. So, we'll leave it at that for now. I will talk to you guys soon. Have fun. Okay.